Hello and welcome. Today we're just gonna have a really chatty video about my current project. I'm knitting the Kinesis sweater by We Are Knitters. I don't know if they have this sweater pattern anymore on their website or in a kit. I bought it as a kit in 2016, maybe early 2017. It was right around that time. This was kind of the first time knitting a sweater, and so the original pattern, I ended up knitting a small, and it came out real small, like real small, and it just didn't fit. So I ended up kind of throwing everything into my stash of yarn, being like, I'm gonna have to pull this apart, or I'm gonna have to find somebody who's really tiny. And the people I could think of that would probably fit in the sweater, they were not sweater people. So I ended up being like, I'll just frog it, I'll make a new one. Not a big deal, but I didn't want to do that right away. So I decided to kind of pick it up again. I frogged a good portion of it. And I had my pattern ready and I was working through my pattern. I decided to go on the medium size of this particular pattern that I had that was a physical copy, and then my toddler ran off with it. And I had to email the company, which is We Are Knitters. And because I didn't have my confirmation number anymore because I bought it almost 10 years ago, I was like, I don't know if they're gonna actually send me a new copy of this. But they did, which was very nice. So I ended up getting a new copy, and I was looking at the digital copy that they sent me, and the size that I'm currently knitting right now, which this whole project's actually knit on straight needles. I converted it to the round, which I probably shouldn't have done now that I'm looking at the pattern again, but I'm not, we'll get into that in a minute. It is 51 stitches straight across on one needle for the front, and then the back you'll knit those in sections, and that's actually now the size small. My child's doing rest time, so I don't remember where I ended up pausing off. So they sent me a new copy. The size that I am currently knitting is actually now the size small for this new pattern. I think they updated it, which is probably good because it was the small was very small. It was probably like an extra small to a small, because I don't think I'm that tight of a knitter when I do any of my knitting. I think I knit a little bit tight, but not to make it this particular size, how small it was. But it's fine, because the person that I am making this for, they would definitely be a small. So I'm not too worried that the size won't fit them. I'm hoping though that there'll be some extra room for them, just for comfort. But I'm looking at it and I really think they'll be fine. So yeah, I think that's great that they updated the size of the pattern. I looked at the updated pattern, and it looks a lot different than the pattern that I originally had, but I also bought this pattern 10 years ago, so I'm not surprised that they decided to do some updates. I also think they increased the size range, which was not on my original pattern. I think it was very much a small, medium, large. Yeah, they're very nice. I was actually greatly surprised that they did send that to me, and I'm glad they did, because it kind of helps me gauge where I need to adjust the pattern. Where, like, the only thing I don't really love about their patterns is that everything's done in rows. So you count all your rows and then by this row. But I think for beginners, I think they have like really great patterns. And this pattern was like, it's marked as easy, which I would agree. It's not hard. I think the pattern that I had said intermediate, but again, I don't really think it's intermediate. You know, you're gonna be dealing with some color changes, which is a learning curve, but it's not complicated. It's really not hard at all. And then some shaping, which you're gonna do the neckline, and I guess, you know, the sleeves you're gonna have to do increases or decreases depending on, I don't remember if it starts from the bottom up or the down. I don't remember. I feel like it starts with like the cuff and then you increase, but I don't really remember. So there is some things that like you'd have to learn, but again, I wouldn't say that it's too complicated. So if they do have this pattern still on the website and you're interested, this is definitely a good one. Like, I like the combination of colors. It's this fun stripe, which I don't know if I mentioned this. This is only supposed to be one row. I accidentally did two, but I think it will be fine. I'll show you. This is part of the one that I frogged. I didn't finish it, but that's what like the actual design looks like. And I like it. I think it's super cute. So definitely a fun little knit, and I would say it's pretty quick. You're using kind of a, I guess, kind of bulky. It's not that bulky. I don't remember if they use the petite wool in this or if you're using the wool. I don't remember all of their wool stuff. Again, I bought this kit a long time ago, so it's been sitting in my pile of things to do for a while, but I'm making it. It's gonna get a home that should appreciate it. So as long as everything turns out okay, I think it'll be a great Christmas present. So yeah, that's kind of just the current project that I'm working on. I'm hoping soon to get back to sewing, but I don't know when that will take place. At this stage, because I'm wearing my baby, who's only 8 weeks old, I'm not gonna be doing a lot of sewing, and they can't go on my back yet, so that won't be until about 6 months. So it might just be a little bit.